Good Monday morning. How's everybody doing this morning? Well, I'm full of energy. We are kicking off May this morning. I'm super excited. We just came back from our company convention. And as we talked about last month in Eric Worre's Go Pro book, showing up to events is so important for your business. In network marketing, he calls it, if there is any silver bullet skill to learn, it's inviting to events. And there's a few things that are like those silly little sayings that we say that drive me bananas. And one is golden nuggets. And everyone knows that I can't stand golden nuggets. So we had a lot of golden nuggets shared this weekend. And the other one for me is getting my cup filled. I got my cup filled this weekend, but I think that one drives me a little bit bonkers too. Just filling some time here while our last guests jump on. And we are going to kick off something brand new this month. So I need to give everybody a little heads up and a little forewarning. So we're going to do our normal 8 to 8:30 covering the book. Whoa, my blurred background's also blurring the book. Let me put it by my face. There we go. I don't want you to see my messy office. Okay. Somebody this weekend I ran into was like, I thought that was your kitchen you were always in. I was like, my kitchen? No, that's my office. So we're going to kick off this morning with our regular. We're going to kick off this new book, Get Over Your Damn Self. And if you're a guy that joins us, don't you fret. This book is for you too. I know it's a little girly on the front, but it really is all about network marketing, and she is a phenomenal author. Okay. After 8:30, I am going to let you know that we are continuing on for another 30 minutes of our team stuff. We don't want to jump off this Zoom. We're just going to pause our recording and we're going to move on to do some stuff that we are kicking off for them for May. So if you are with our same company, you are welcome to stay on board. We will share everything with you too. We believe the more the merrier, and abundance gives abundance back. So we're happy to have you join along with us. Obviously, we have some challenge contest prizes and stuff for our team that we wouldn't distribute to anybody else, but you are more than welcome. The biggest prize is growing your business, right? So you are more than welcome to stick on and join us. If you are not with our company, you are also welcome to stick on and join us in this. It might apply to your business, it might not. So we just want to give you that heads up. We'll probably repeat ourselves each morning to let you know that that's kind of how May is going to go. And we just wanted to let people know so that they didn't feel weirded out at 8:30 when we kind of switch over gears into some company specific things that we're doing. But we just want to make sure everybody knows that they're more than welcome to join us in that. It might apply to your business. And hey, if we can help you grow your business, that's why we're here every morning, is to give back a little bit, help coach our team. And if we can feed into others, we want to be able to do that too. So that's kind of how things are going to go this month. So first and foremost, let's get to Rami Newstead's Get Over Your Damn Self, the book. We are covering chapters 1 through 4. Jessica is going to try, there's 4 chapters every week that we're covering. So Jessica's really going to try to stay on track and not squirrel too much, though that's kind of like hard for me. So I have a lot of notes here and we're just going to get right into things. Good morning, everybody. I'm seeing everybody in the comments. Grab your teammates, have them jump on. I'm also going to give a book away. Heidi's taking attendance for our team because we have a little challenge for everybody to plug in and be consistent. So I'm going to give one of these books away, and that list, we will pull from that list that she's creating. So we will announce that later. Okay, so week 1. We are going to cover chapters 1 through 4, like I said, and there's a lot here. And I like each chapter is kind of a different topic. So it's not going to all be like one topic each week. It's kind of going to jump up, through 4 different chapters. So if you're following along, you'll get it. If you haven't got the book yet and you haven't started, I highly recommend grabbing it. On Audible is immediate. You don't have to wait for the book. If you're like me, you like to have both. It's a bad habit, but I like it because I like to keep a library of all my stuff. Okay, so chapter 1 is why people fail and why that ain't gonna be you. Okay, so first and foremost, she talks a little bit about this in the very first part of this chapter is, are you the CEO of your business? Yes or no? I would love for anybody who's not driving a vehicle right now and can throw it in the comments. Do you believe deep down in, do you have the mindset that you are the CEO of your business? Are you the CEO of your life, really? But are you the CEO? Are you acting as if you are the CEO, Chief Executive Officer of the future of your company? I want to know how you feel about that. And there's some characteristics I went and grabbed for, what makes up a good CEO, or what are the top 10 characteristics of a CEO. And number one was ability to learn from the past. I loved that one because if you saw my post, I reflected big time going to convention this year, and being able to learn from some of my past, learning from these last couple of years. We make mistakes, we move on, we pick ourselves up, we get back going again. That makes a good CEO. Strong communication skills, being able to communicate, not being able to go live and talk well and be perfect in front of a room or with a microphone. Strong communication skills with your team, your customers, your prospects, strong communication skills. Building relationships. Wow, right? That's what our entire business is about. So of course, being the CEO of your business, you need to be able to be good at building relationships. And guys, if you don't have some of these characteristics, that's okay. They can be learned. That's why we're here. We're here to help you learn these skills. Number 4, realistic optimism. What does that mean? We all have these vision boards and these grand plans that we want to accomplish. And well, yeah, I think that's possible kind of deal. We also want to be realistic. We want to set goals that are time bound and have, a realistic approach to them, and realistic outcomes. Because if you put things so far out there that are so beyond your reach, I'm not saying not to have a great vision board with your McMansion on, the beach. You should. Those are great things to look forward to, but you want to have realistic optimism too, so that you're not disappointing yourself and feeling like you're failing at everything. You have good understanding skills, being able to put yourself in somebody else's shoes and understand where they are coming from. I'm not saying listen to people's excuses. Absolutely not. None, nada, zip, zilch, zero, no excuses here. But you want to be able to put yourself in somebody else's shoes and have empathy for where they're at in the situation they're in. Listening skills. We have, Haas loves to say this, we have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. Learn listening skills. The more you listen, the better off you will become. We talk all the time about vomiting on our prospects and over talking the product or the opportunity because we're so excited about it. And really what we need to learn, and I think that people skip this piece because they think they need to tell everybody about what they're doing and tell everybody about their product, service, or opportunity, when in all reality, they just need to listen more. They need to ask questions and listen more and then solve the problems. We talk too much. So, gaining really good listening skills, willingness to take calculated risks. As the CEO of your business, you are going to have to take some calculated risks sometimes. Now, I'm not going to go and list what all of those could be or should be, but you will have to take some risks. Willingness, that was a repeat. Reading people and adapting to necessary management styles. Wow. I say this all the time in network marketing, you can recruit anybody. And you can recruit anybody. Sometimes those anybody's get recruited to you. It's not a bad thing, but you are going to have to learn how to manage and build a team with hundreds of different personalities without taking things personal. You have to be able to adapt and read that personality, coach, train, and help them build based on a personality that may be 100%, 360-degree different from you. Right? So we need to be able to read people and adapt necessarily to their type of background and how they operate. Learning color personalities and how to talk to your teammates and how to work with them. Their goals are going to be different than yours. Their mindset's going to be different than yours. So you need to learn how to adapt into those things. That's what makes a good CEO. Those are just a few things for you. Then she goes through 4 of the top things of why people fail. And I want you to really listen to this and take some notes if you can. These are so good. And number 1 is being not coachable. How many times, how many of you in the beginning of your business or even right now have been not coachable? I can raise my hand and say that. I have in the past have been not coachable in certain aspects. It is one of the biggest downfalls of coming into a business like this, where it's monkey see, monkey do, duplicate, best copycat wins. If you're not coachable and you're trying to reinvent the wheel and you're not plugging in and you're not taking the advice of somebody who has been there, done that, and it created the massive success, and you are not coachable in that direction because you're stuck in your ways and you think you know better, those are the people that generally fail. They burn out. They try to do it a different way. They think that they can. There's so many people that join our business and they're like, yeah, okay, I know I need to post on social media. I know you want me to post on social media. I know you want me to do it this way, but I mean, I don't really think that I need to do that. And I think I can go about the business doing it this way, X, Y, and Z. And those are the people that burn out and fail faster because they just don't, they aren't coachable. They don't understand that there's a reason why their leaders are saying those things so that they can duplicate the success that they've already had doing it that way. Are you following the system that was put in place for you? If you're hopping around the system and you're not even trying to go straight into it and do it the way that it's been created, do it the way that it's been successful, you're probably not, you're either going to bash your head up against the wall all the way to the top, or you're going to quit because you're fried and you're burnt and you should have just played the part in the system and loaded your people into the system. It's monkey see, monkey do. You might be, I'll use Haas as an example. It's not, he did not do this. Actually, he did in the very beginning, but he learned like super fast. He'd put me on the phone on three-way calls and he would talk. I'm like, Haas, we're not getting anywhere with these people because you're talking. The point of the three-way call is the third-party validation. Now that was 5.5 years ago. He learned really quick in order to close the deal. The third-party validation meant the third party, the one he's bringing on, the expert in the situation at that point in time, is the one that needs to do the talking. His friend, his network already knows him. They've already heard from him. They know, like, and trust him. That's why they got on the phone in the first place and are willing to listen to this, but they need to hear the supposed expert. So are you following the system that's been put in place for you? Are you getting out of your own way and letting the system work for you? Are you plugging in? Man, this is a big one. If you, in the not coachable category, if you are not plugging into the places and the things and the trainings and all of the things that your team leaders put on for you, then success is going to take that much longer to get to. Plugging in, being consistent are top priority, and that's part of being coachable. Are you plugging your team in? You can jump on, but if you're not telling that team to plug in with you, that's not going to do you a whole lot of good. You've got to duplicate the behaviors that you want your team to do. You have to bring them with you. Are you blaming your upline, downline for your lack of success? It's an epidemic, as Eric Worre says, in our industry. The blame game. I'm not successful because of you, this, that, and the other thing. Are you playing the blame game? Have you taken ownership as the CEO of your business? You're not the project manager and your upline's the CEO. That's not how it works here. You're the CEO, they're the project manager in your deal, okay? They can help you with some of your projects, like bringing on customers, promoters, distributors, whatever it is, giving presentations. You're the CEO of your business. Be coachable, but know that you're the one in charge of your business. Okay, number 2, don't treat it, if you don't treat it like a business, is your next reason why you would fail. You don't treat it like a business. Does the CEO of a company not show up daily and create success to keep their job? Do you just show up when you feel like it for your regular job? Have you, in the past, if you don't work out of the house anymore, did you just get to work when you felt like it and then left whenever you wanted to and you kept your job? If you did, I mean, I kind of want to know where you were working, but I'm just saying you probably didn't. So you have to treat this the same exact way. You show up for your business because you're treating it like a business because you're the CEO of that business. Have you made this business a priority or a hobby? I am on here in the mornings for those who are taking this to a different level. This is not a hobby for them. This is a business for them. There are our hobby people, and I love on those hobby people. It is okay. It's okay if you just want to help people feel better, or, spread the love a little bit, and it's just kind of a side thing for you. I'm not here right now to talk to those people. We're digging in deep on how to massively grow your business. So if you made this business a priority or a hobby, 80% of your time should be devoted to your personal business and 20% to management mode of your team. And I think we get that mixed up, including me. I spend way too much time managing my team and helping them, and that's changing. It's going to be 80% devoted to me and bringing new customers and new distributors and new promoters and new business builders into my team. And 20% of my time is going to be spent helping other people in the business and managing some of that team stuff. Number 3 reason we fail: they're not willing to get uncomfortable. You got to learn from your mistakes and move on, and be willing to put yourself out there. I'm not going to go in depth on that one. You just have to be willing to get uncomfortable. One of the biggest reasons I will see people fail in their first couple weeks in the business is they see all the pretty shiny objects they want. And then when it actually comes to getting uncomfortable and asking people to try their product, service, or opportunity, they're like, that was weird. I don't want to do that. And boom, they fail. That's it. Number 4, they're not hungry enough. I was told a long time ago, the best people to recruit, this is a little tip, the best people to recruit are those who have had it, meaning they've had money, they had the big house, they had the nice car, they lost it, and they want it back again. Because they already know what hard work can do for them. They already know what having time freedom, money freedom, nice car, nice house, be able to travel, they already know what that's like. They've already had a taste of it. They lost it. And people who lose something like that, they want it back. They don't want to continue on the path of where they're at currently. So if you think about the state of where our economy is right now, you guys, a lot of people are in that boat. Go find those people. Don't find the people who aren't hungry. The people who aren't hungry are just going to frustrate you. You can't make somebody want something. And I think that people along their journey get very complacent and forget why they started in the first place. And we're going to talk about that too. How important is this to the future, your future? How important is you getting to the top level, the next rank, the next bonus, the whatever it is that's on your list of priorities and goals and visions? Why did you start this in the first place? If you have lost that love and feeling, go back and write down why you started in the first place and figure out why you're not hungry anymore. And maybe it's just time for you to move on, but I'll bet it's not. I'll bet you just kind of gave up on yourself. But you want to go find some of those people who are hungry. Look down the road 5 to 10 years. What do you want to be like? What do you want your life to be like? What about just 6 months from now or a year from now? Have you gone to go sit in that? I used to say this all the time. I haven't said it in a long time. Have you gone to sit in the car that you want, that dream car? Have you gone to sit in it, smell it, test drive it, so you can remember why you wanted that in the first place? Do you have it on your vision board? Do you even have a vision board? We need to remember why we're doing this. And I'm talking about cars. You guys, not everybody's doing this for flashy things like that. Some people are. Some people just don't want to drive a jalopy anymore. Can we say we got involved in this because we want to make money? Yeah, we did. And if you say no, you're probably not my people because you're lying. We all got into this because we want more money. Hello, it's a job. Do you go to work because you want more money? Yes. Do you get involved in network marketing because you'd like to have more money? Yes. Say yes with me. If you say no, you're duplicating the wrong behavior to the people you are trying to bring into an opportunity. So stop saying that you didn't get involved in this for the money. Okay. You did. We all did. At least a little piece of you did. And you want people to get involved for the money, or they're probably not going to build a big business underneath you. Okay. All right. Chapter 2. Let's move on. We got 10 minutes left. Why are you here? You need a bulletproof why. And it probably shouldn't have a specific attachment to the dollar sign. You need to have a bigger why than that. I will tell you that mine evolved over time. My why in the beginning, I will tell you, was money. We were broke. I was dumping out my change jug on the living room floor the month before I started with this company to pay my car payment. And I said, no more. I cannot do this anymore. I got involved because I needed the car payment. First why. Got that in 17 days. Moved on. What's my next one? Oh, I want more money. I like this thing. We're making some money. I want to go to the top as fast as I can. That kind of became my why. But it was an attachment to money. After all that, you guys, I can tell you, the money came. We spent the money. We saved the money. We did things with the money. And now we're past that point to, okay, why do I keep going? And I just realized recently, it's not the money at all. It's the freedom. I want the freedom. I want the freedom to do what I want, where I want, with whoever I want, whenever I want. And I don't want anybody to tell me I can't. I hate that. I know that's why I'm doing this business, because I never want to go back ever to dumping my change jug out on the living room floor, being threatened that I have to go back to a 9-to-5 job ever again. That's why I keep going. That's why I keep building. Figure out bulletproof why. Do you know that it literally makes me break out in hot flashes, hives, and start to get shortness of breath if I think about if I ever had to hop in my car at 7 o'clock in the morning and drive to a job where someone tells me what to do and tells me what I'm worth every single day. And at the end of the week, I might collect a paycheck that was definitely not worth my time. Definitely not. Because my hourly rate, I am not hireable. I am not. And until you get that bulletproof sense in your head, you're on the verge of failing. You have to have a bulletproof why of why you want to be here. Why do you get up every morning and get on the Zoom? Why do you keep going with your company? Why do you keep offering the product, service, and opportunity? Why? Get really clear on that. Resort back to that why when things get hard or you start to slip backwards. That's what I just had to do recently. I had to remind myself about that dumping the change jug out on the living room floor and the fact that if I didn't get something going, my husband said by September, I had to go back to a 9-to-5er. That was, ugh, I don't ever want that feeling again. Chapter 3, your list is your life. Make it a long one. Your list, your little black book, your network is your life. You should be tweaking it daily. This is what we're kind of doing with our team for the month of May. We are growing that list and we are working through that list. So like I said, if you want to stick around after 9 o'clock, we're going to move into that. Just know that it's going to go a little company specific. So don't want to offend anybody. So there is this thing that happens every time you start somebody new. Oh, I don't really know 100 people. Listen, if you can't come up with a list of 100 people, I don't even know if I really want to spend the time working with you. I know that sounds really harsh, but to be honest with you, I just don't have the time. I need to go work with those people who know they know 100 people. If you say you don't know 100 people, you are lying to yourself. Here's the averages, okay? If you can't come up with 100 people, you're lying to yourself. Average American knows 600 people. The average American knows 600 people. I barely used Facebook when I started with this company almost 6 years ago. I don't even know that I had 300 friends. It was like 200 and something. But I knew 100 people because I knew 200 and something on Facebook, right? Now we have like 15 or 16,000 promoters on our team. Everybody knows at least 100 people. And the minute you say, I don't really know 100 people, you're lying to yourself. Just stop, just start over, okay? Because you do. And I'm going to teach you a couple of things really quick, and we're going to go through them a little bit more in depth after 9 o'clock. Ultimate Memory Jogger by Eric Worre. Pull your Facebook list. You know 100 people. But the problem is you don't think you know 100 people that you want to talk to about this. You are scared to contact those people. It's not that you don't know them. You just don't want to contact them. So you've taken them off your list mentally. Cherry picking and doing that to yourself will only hurt your business. It will. It's why Sunshine didn't get recruited into my business until I was a year into it. I was like, she's going to say no. I decided for her for a year. The minute I reached out to her, she was open to trying a sample. And within a few days, she was like, I'm not living without that. And I ain't paying for it. So let's go. Why didn't I contact her a year before? Because I had it stuck in my head that she was going to say no. And I didn't want her. I didn't even put her on my list. Stupid. She was an entrepreneur and I knew it. She was also in health and wellness and I knew it. That was dumb, right? Don't do that to yourself. I cost her and myself some time and money, right? Create a chicken list, create your 100 list, create a chicken list. Those people that you're scared to reach out to, put them down on the list. Doesn't mean you have to contact them right away. We'll work through that. Then star your top 30 as your dream team members. Who do you want on this team with you? You want to go on a cruise with them. You want to hang out with them. You want to go to meetings with them. You know, they'd be really good at building business. They have a big network. They're coachable. Who's your dream team? And then manage and master your list. It's like a banking account. You are going to make deposits and withdrawals from it every day. And if you're not, you are not growing your business. So you need to make deposits to the list every day, and you need to take out people out of that list every day. When you take them out, a lot of it is because you're going to move them through to a follow-up list because you contacted them. But that master list needs to be 100 people to start with. No more pussyfooting around with, well, I don't think they can do 100, so I'm only going to make them do 25 or 50. I'm done with that. I'm going to go make a list of 100 people, and I've already been in network marketing for 8 years. I'm going to go make a new list of 100 people. If you can't do that, learn that skill, because you're not going to grow any size team saying, I don't really know that many people. I can't really add to my list. I've already contacted everybody I know. Move past that. That's a limiting belief for you. We're going to grow your list. Chapter 4, what's your story? Facts tell, stories sell. You can know all the ingredients. You can know all the little key points on how to sell your product, service, or opportunity. Unless you have your story down pat, before, during, and after, stories are the ones that are going to sell the service, product, or opportunity into your business. So in your story, you want who you are and where you've been. Very simple. You want to be able to do this literally in like 3 minutes or less, maybe even 2 minutes or less, but 2 minutes or less, I'd be talking like this. So we should probably do like 3 minutes or less so that you can give somebody a chance to breathe and listen to you. Who you are and where you've been. Who you are and where you've been. What happened to cause you to look for something new? Why did you start looking at this? You need to let them know, not by vomiting on them. These are quick, short, simple things. Who you are, where you've been, what happened to cause you to look into something new? How did you hear about the company and why you had to be a part of it? This is boom, 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 boom. Write it out, memorize it, record it, so you can say it over and over and over and over. I was like reading my notes. I was like, that doesn't even make sense. The last piece is what it's doing for you or what it's going to do for you. Because maybe if you just started in the last couple of months, you haven't reached that first rank or that second rank or that thing that you want to be able to share about. So you need to share about what is going to happen. And then you better stick to it. You better keep going on that path and trying to grow to that point, or people aren't going to believe you because they don't see it. Okay. That also holds you accountable. So who you are, where you've been, what happened to cause you to look at something new? How did you hear about the company and why you had to be a part of it? And what is it going to do for you? Or what has it done for you? Your story is going to evolve over time. What to leave out? Fluff. No one needs to hear about how your product helped you vacuum and clean your house and scrub your toilets. Just leave out the fluff. If somebody wants to have a longer conversation in depth with you, you can go into those things. This was a huge one. This was a big eye opener for me to read this out of her book, because I do it all the time. It's part of my story and I'm changing it. Suggesting behavior. Suggesting behavior. Monkey see, monkey do. Remember this. This is so profound to me anyways. We will say things like, I researched it forever and I finally realized I needed to try it. Boom. They're going to research it forever before they decide to try it. You just suggested how they should start because you told them how you did. I waited. I've told this story. I waited and watched my friend for 9 months. I regret that every day. What are they going to do? Stop and wait and watch for 9 months before they get started? They duplicate in network marketing. They will duplicate everything that you say and do. Watch what you're saying in your story. I used the product for 2 years before I decided as a customer, before I decided to jump on as a promoter or the business opportunity. What are they going to do? Well, she waited 2 years. I mean, maybe I should just wait a while and become a customer first, and before I get myself all into this. I mean, she needed time. I need time too. You're just suggesting what they should do. You don't want them doing any of these things. Personal product testimony. I was going to read something to you guys, but it's 9 o'clock. Hang on, let me get there. I thought this was good, obviously, since I wrote down that I needed to read it to you. I'm a big believer that product stories shouldn't be included in your short story. This goes against everything that we've been taught in our company. So I just want to be very careful with what I'm saying, but I thought this was extremely interesting that she said this. I'm a big believer that product stories shouldn't be included in your short story. Whether you're a brand new or an accomplished veteran, if you include a personal product testimonial, it will suggest to products and new business builders that they need to have their own personal product story before starting. I think I can see some people on the screen right now that I started, and they were like, maybe I need to try the product for a little bit longer because I really can't share this with people until I have a full product experience to share with them. You're going to stall them. And then what happens? Life gets in the way every single time. It hasn't become totally important to them yet. So they try the product for a little bit longer. And while they have a good experience, they lost the love and luster for joining you. So be careful about having to have a product testimony to sell your product, service, or opportunity. Some of my best promoters, I'll tell you guys, jumped in without ever trying the product. Some of my very best long haul ranked up promoters started with me before they even tried the product. I don't know if Edna's on here this morning, but Edna's one of my personals. She went to the top rank of the company. She's earned the highest award in the company. Bought the kit, never tried the product. Heidi Melton, bought the kit, never tried the product. I have so many of those. Bought the kit, never tried the product. You got to learn how to sell that way. I promise you it will benefit you. I'm not saying don't have a product testimonial. You definitely want to be a product of the product, but just don't rely on that to get people involved. Make your story will evolve. Make it vulnerable and authentic, you guys. Don't make it like everybody else's, and make a story library. I really liked that piece because we are working on that in our team to make a story library for everybody. And here's just a few to add to your library: a stay-at-home mom story, a professional, a full-time job, a working mom, a single mom, a lawyer, a real estate professional, a financial pro, a flight attendant, a teacher, a social worker, a student, medical professionals, couples that are building together, someone who couldn't afford the starter kit but found a way. That was me. Someone who with a first, second, or month story that shows how quick you can get a return on your investment. Make a story library, have them easily accessible so that you can share those stories with other people, and boom, use third-party validation with that. So those are your first 4 chapters in a nutshell. We are going to move on to our second part of this. If, like I said at the beginning, if you are part of our company, feel free to stick on board. If you are not and you want to jump off because this doesn't relate to you, please go ahead. We are going to stop the recording if Sydney can do that, and we're going to move in.